It's unboxing time again. This time I've got a GoPro Hero 7 Black, and everything just came to a bit of a head because of the upcoming Egyptian trip, and I really needed something that was seriously had serious image stabilization, so I had to go for the Hero Black. And this is probably the worst Amazon packaging that's ever come, because it's just open from the side. And this camera is seriously small, it's tiny. It's an enormously large box for something so small. It comes with a case. I wonder if it's enough for attaching all the accessories to it. Well, at least it's not going to fall out easily. This does look like the power button, but I think the batteries need charging. I think it might be a case of reading the instruction of how it actually opens. I have a GoPro 4, but this is completely different to that. I probably should have looked up how to unbox this properly before I started unboxing it. Otherwise I wouldn't have needed to take this off. This just stays on. And the thing I find really strange and very difficult is that when you try to open this, it's quite a funny opening and shutting thing. And if you're not careful, it turns on, and when it turns on, then the menu starts playing up. So you got to be a bit careful with that. But it feels quite heavy for its size. So now the battery is charged up. Let's take it out for a spin. I'll record in auto mode just out of the box. See how it goes. One last thing before we head out. Promise, just the last one. I'm going to be holding it just with the clip that it comes with it, because I don't have any accessories right now, so I won't be able to take a photo when we are out and about. So I thought I'll show you how I'm going to be holding. And the case that it comes with feels really flimsy. Well, yesterday's walkabout didn't go so well. I don't know what setting I used, or maybe it was the SD card that was at fault, but the footage came out really choppy. So I asked somebody who knows about this techie stuff, and he said that it might have been the SD card. So I've put a new SD card in today. It will have a bit of footage from yesterday, so it will look a bit different. Today is a lot more cloudy and overcast. So let's see how it does. I've set it to 1080p right now, but I will try the 4K one again, just to see if it helps with the faster SD card or not, or the footage still comes out very choppy. And since I changed the SD card in my Sony, I've brought it out as well, so to record on this at the same time to see if that SD card is the problem or not. Well, GoPro has a lot of settings, so it can get a bit confusing and overwhelming. But the Sony is good straight out of box. Press the button and off you go. I haven't tried to use many different settings on that because I really haven't had time to look at all the settings. I'm not even sure what rate it's recording at, but it's done quite good slow-mos at the regular auto record things as well. So today's walkthrough isn't going to be really long, but I'll put a few clips of yesterday's choppy video at the end if you'd like to see it. So hopefully the change of SD card to a faster one will help today's video. Change to 2.7K, 60 frames per second, hyper smooth stabilization. There's a lot more cars out the front, but it's quite quiet today. Can't see anybody. 1080p, 120 frames per second. It has hyper smooth stabilization as well. So I hope it's working well. Heading back down. I have to also figure out how to leave the screen on, so I know what's recording, otherwise it keeps going off. Amazon and GoPro's own website have run out of the audio adapter, so I'm gonna have to deal with the audio from the GoPro itself and just hope for the best during my Egypt trip. Well, there's still another 10 days to go, so it might come into stock and then Amazon delivers the next day. The buttons to switch this off are really stiff. Does anybody else find that when it's in a cover, the buttons are really stiff? Also for opening and shutting the battery area and the SD card cover, it's really difficult. You could lose all your nails like that. This is the end of day 2, which is going to be linked in first, and then I'll add the clips for yesterday at the end to show you the sunny weather and nice warm day.
Yesterday we were on our way, but November came, and I wish it was yesterday. Yesterday we were on our way, but November came, and I wish it was yesterday.
Oops. Oh, oh. Sorry, I'm not the. No.
You do that.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Easiest way to do it.
Yes.
Approaching stay still.
Thank you. I'm not used to dogs, so
I can see, sorry.
it's alright. It's recording at 2.7K, 120 frames per second. This looks like every time a tree is taken down, they turn it into art sculpture, which is very nice. Now I'm 1080p, 60 frames per second, hyper smooth stabilization.
Yesterday we were on our way.
Sorry, she just likes to say hello.
Okay. Thank you.